As President Trump departed the White House without speaking to the media on Tuesday morning, the U.S. military denied it was resuming a Navy operation to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Control over the strait is a major sticking point in negotiations between Washington and Tehran to extend the ceasefire. Despite that, the U.S. launched fresh strikes overnight, targeting Iranian missile sites and boats attempting to lay mines. The defensive attacks in southern Iran came just hours after Trump posted on social media that Iran's enriched uranium will either be turned over to the U.S. or to be brought home or destroyed. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio did not specifically mention the U.S. strikes, but insisted the Strait of Hormuz must be fully opened when referencing the language of the draft deal to potentially end the war.
And it's going to take a couple days to settle on even down to the disagreements over a word, sentence. So we'll have to work through that. If there's going to be a deal, we're going to have to work through that.
Iran says it may retaliate and condemned the attacks as a blatant violation of the ceasefire.
They did not imagine that our armed forces, our defensive power, and our offensive system could perform such feats. It was a completely surprising matter for all of them.
President Trump is expected to hold a cabinet meeting at Camp David Wednesday, not here at the White House, weather permitting. The meeting at the secluded presidential retreat, typically reserved for high-level diplomacy, would come as negotiations with Iran remain unresolved. Then there's the Israeli escalation in Lebanon that could also threaten the already strained negotiations. The Israeli military has stepped up airstrikes in southern Lebanon despite the current ceasefire and now has large forces on the ground. Tensions remain high as the U.S. and Iran teeter between diplomacy and military force. Craig Boswell, TRT World, Washington.